downshift. Typical Nebraska behavior. Yeah. So this is a 2023 Grom, 125cc, 5-speed, you know, the whole shebang. I was thinking red, but honestly, the silver flake and the, like, oof. I'm pretty sure that the bike's a girl, actually, but hear me out. This one's a lesbian, and she wants us to call her Daddy. So, this is Daddy. Welcome. One of the first things I did with it after I drove it home from the dealership was adjust the clutch, because it was, honestly, it was catching so far out for me. And, god damn it. Oh lord, what year am I in? Do you even know? Anyway, so I've got a little bit of play here. Not a huge fan of that. I wish that I could get it to sit a little bit further in instead of being so far out. But basically the clutch was releasing at about that point, which for my hand doesn't give me a whole lot of actuation from that point on. So the clutch is still working. It's not like it's dragging or anything, but it catches a lot sooner. So then I have more power range to go. And I also adjusted the throttle because it had way too much wiggle for me, and I like a nice tight throttle. So there's still a little bit of wiggle. There's more wiggle if you turn it that way, no wiggle if you turn it, you know, quirks. On the Navi, the horn is down at the bottom, and then the turn signal is up higher, so if I accidentally hit the horn, I'm turning to my turn signals. Oh, you know why. And sometimes it's hard for me to shift with these freaking clunky ass boots. Most of my small bike experience thus far, other than a few times riding Groms that my friends owned or anything, has been the Honda Navi, which is very much slower. And the reason I bought this bike is because my wife, after having spent a little bit of time at the track, had finally decided, after somebody let her ride their scooter at the track, that she would actually like getting into riding, which I honestly never expected was going to happen. But her only concern at that point had been she doesn't like clutch. She thinks, I don't know, that it's too masculine, that it just doesn't make sense. She was not a fan of the clutch, but riding a little scooter made her realize that actually it is fun. It's, as she put it, kind of like surfing. That speed and being able to get the wind and just that raw feeling. She enjoys the feeling of riding. And we've been practicing a little bit. She's been doing really good on her Navi, following me around. She doesn't have her official license yet. We're not going through the MSF, which I'm a huge proponent of the MSF, but she wanted me to teach her. She wasn't comfortable learning from other people, like learning at her own pace and breaking into it. If she went to a class and then they were trying to shove clutch down her throat, she would have like immediately shut down and said, I'm never going to do this. Oh, lean into the corner, make sure that you avoid the stripes and all the snakes. I have convinced her to at least start learning a little bit of clutch. So she was using Severance, my SV1000. So she had to start learning on the 1000cc. So I super stressed with her, understanding how the throttle works. So she's been doing super well with it. The only thing is that it's big and heavy, and it's really snappy on the throttle, which can be really scary for me, but like a beginner. Not a huge fan of the shifter on this. I might need to get one that's kind of extended or something. I'm really not a fan of shifters where you have to fully release the lever before it lets you actuate it again. Can't get my boot under there. Still getting used to it. It's still pretty new to me. So she's learning the delicacies of how much throttle, how to feather the clutch. You can tell when a fucking lesbian is riding a bike, because we always go for like middle fingers because those are our strongest ones. If you don't understand that, ask your mom. The whole point being here, I wanted a little bike so I could ride little bikes with her and I've been thinking about a Grom for a while. And you haven't been able to find this shit anywhere, and especially the non-ABS versions. Finally, at my dealership, these came up, non-ABS. Just considering how fast I've seen these bikes go, I'll look at them, and I know if I'm gonna go fucking look at it, I'm probably gonna buy it. So I was already like setting myself up for that. My thingies are getting a little chilly. That's one of the reasons I don't ride much under 40. I've got wind block and shit all in my race suit because it's perforated also. But it's just my fucking hands. I told my wife, like, once she understands how clutches work, that she'll be able to hop on any bike. But understanding that every clutch on every bike is different, and throttle input and shit, and how much weight and how, like, all of that's different on every bike. But once you understand what you're listening for, what you're feeling, and how it works, clutches, you can ride any bike. Sorry, concentrating, make sure I'm not hitting anything too late. These people, these fucking kids that have no other work experience, they don't want to work. And I know that people have been saying this for generations about kids and shit, but like, I've seen so many TikTok videos, and not that I watch TikTok, I fucking hate TikTok, but there's been so many like shorts and videos that are just like how to pretend like you're working, how to make your boss think that you're working, get your manager off your back. Do the fucking work, do the work. I'm not out, just the bare minimum. Literally the bare minimum. That's it. Follow policy, do your job, get paid, fucking go home. Why am I paying you? I mean, because they think that they're not getting paid enough to do the job. So I'm like, you're getting paid and you're not doing anything. So why would I pay you more? It's not going to fix your broke ass attitude. Your pay is going to make you be a better worker. I'm sorry. Like, I understand people who have been there, done that, have gone through the ringer for employers, and they're like, look, I know what my value is, and I keep getting taken advantage of. Like, there's a difference between that and I really just don't want to work, and I want to still make the money that I need to live. That's not how the fucking world works. If everybody just fucking did nothing all day except make video content, nothing would get done. Your phones wouldn't get made, cars wouldn't get made, food wouldn't get made. If the people don't work at the fast food restaurant, you can't go pick up your McDonald's. The bare minimum, literally the bare minimum. That's all I'm fucking asking from you. Woo. Very nice. Got some good asphalt. I think it's hilarious to be on a little bike in a full race suit. But also, on top of just being funny, it is the easiest way for me to wear my winter gear. I don't know that I'm going to do any upgrades to it. Might be tempted to put an exhaust on it at some point. My wife's not into it, and she's going to be riding this bike more too. And there's a lot of people out today. Oh, it's Sunday. People go out on Sunday, right? I don't know what the normal world does. I've been awake since like 2 a.m. so been waiting for it to warm up. It's honestly super snappy off the throttle too, and I was not expecting that. But it's like genuinely like almost hard to ride without slipping the clutch in first gear. Alright, well, I'll do it. Not heavy enough yet. There's a lot of really pretty old houses and stuff. Down, up, all the way down. Can't leave pressure. Watch out for bottom. This is kind of cute. It's a little fun. Yeah, just do whatever you want. It's fine. I'll stop for you. It's all good. I only exist to please you. I would just always prefer to ride a big bike. Like a full-size bike instead of a little bike. Little bikes, great for learning, great for like this slow around town kind of thing. Traffic, all that. Being so nimble is fun. but also it does not handle bumps well, because the tires are so small. Like, there's a lot of comfort things that it doesn't have, and also the whole, like, people can see me. I have the power I need to be able to get out of a situation. If somebody, like, starts to change lanes into me, I have full-size brakes. Like, that is way more fun to me. Even if I'm riding it, a normal, like, legal pace. What's not fun is riding it like it's a 100cc bike that can't accelerate for shit. That's not fun. And that's why I wanted a little bike, so it would be more on her pace. Also, going slower speeds in a place that's as windy as this really cuts down on the wind noise that we experience on camera, because I don't have a mic set up, so just kind of shouting over the wind like usual.